What do physical activity, cortisol, and a spinal cord injury all have in common? They are all stressors, and they all may activate and rely upon the stress response. One role of the stress response is to communicate between the brain and the body and to let each other know what resources are needed to meet demands. But what happens if this connection between the brain and the body is cut or injured, such as in the case of a spinal cord injury? Following an injury to the spinal cord, this connection between the brain and the organs of the body that facilitate a stress response can become altered. Currently, there are roughly 86,000 Canadians living with a spinal cord injury, with approximately 4,000 new cases each year. When someone thinks of a spinal cord injury, they most often probably think of paralysis, or not being able to move a part of the body below the level of injury. Let's think of paralysis as an issue above the surface, and although it is an issue, there are other problems that might not seem as severe, but are considered by people with a spinal cord injury to be more problematic. One of these issues that lies below the surface is stress. In fact, research suggests that psychological issues such as stress are one of the most concerning long-term worries for people with a spinal cord injury. Not only is prolonged stress worrying, but it can actually weaken the immune system, causing people to be more at risk for infection and illness. Given the significance of stress on the lives of people with a spinal cord injury, it's important to understand how we can reduce stress and improve quality of life. One intervention that has been shown to reduce stress in people with a spinal cord injury is long-term physical activity. Not only has long-term physical activity been shown to reduce stress, it can also help mitigate other secondary health complications associated with an injury, such as chronic pain, which can add to stress. Despite the use of long-term physical activity as a way to reduce stress, there's currently no research suggesting the use of short-term physical activity as a way to reduce stress in people with spinal cord injury, or the relationship between short-term physical activity and cortisol, a stress hormone. My thesis aims to understand the relationship between short-term physical activity and stress in people with a spinal cord injury. Understanding this relationship could not only support the use of physical activity as a way to reduce stress in people with a spinal cord injury, it could also help reduce other secondary health complications, such as chronic pain, which add to stress, improving the quality of life for people living with a spinal cord injury. Thank you.